So today I've got a little interesting one. It's me reacting to a DM that I got on Instagram. Basically, I recorded something yesterday completely off the cuff. Wasn't expecting to record this. I wasn't expecting to get this message. And then I recorded it and I realized as I was going to edit it that there were a lot of things I left out or I wanted to explain or kind of give a little bit more input to, because I know a lot of times things get really misconstrued about what people say, and obviously people go by what you say. So I just want to make sure that I'm as clear as can be. Of course, I'm sure I'm probably missing out things that I want to say still, and I'll probably start editing this and be like, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said this. But I've got a feeling this video is already going to be quite long, so I'm going to try to, just leave it here. I'll leave it. It's where it's at. I wasn't expecting to do any recording right now, but I just got a message on my Instagram from somebody who has just informed me that they are unfollowing me and unsubscribing me, and they wanted to let me know the reason why. First of all, this isn't an airport lounge. There's no need to announce your departure. Essentially, it's because they feel right now my content has veered towards diet culture, and they're afraid that I'm going to get caught up in a sort of binge, restrictive eating, binge cycle. And I guess that kind of, I don't want to use the word trigger, but it's not something they want to watch. And that's fine, not everybody's content is for everybody. I've said it before, there's different content for different people for what your needs are at that time. And of course, if you're watching someone or following someone who isn't making you feel good or isn't making you feel inspired or isn't showing you the content that you need, then please do unfollow them and subscribe for them. It's not doing you any favors or them if you don't enjoy their content. I'm a human. I'm on my own journey. I'm not necessarily going to believe the same things I believed the year before, the week before, the day before. I'm ever evolving. My content evolves with me. So, what I'm feeling at that moment is what I'm going to go with in my content. However, what I wanted to talk about though, why I guess it kind of, I feel a little bit frustrated, or because I have tried so hard, and this has been a huge struggle for me throughout, my time on YouTube, and since learning about body positivity and learning to love my body last year, is kind of wanting to straddle and, have both of those worlds or be both of those worlds. And yet it just seems like there really is no kind of reconciling of the two of them together. And you cannot please everyone. I just really wanted my YouTube channel and the workouts that I provided. I know that there are really not many options available, slim pickings, to people in different bodies. Most of the fitness inspiration, the workouts that you're going to find on YouTube are done by slim athletic types. So I know that my content is one of the kind of only of its kind, to be honest. And I really want to be there for people who need that kind of body positive content, which is why I don't talk about dieting or any of that stuff. I try and keep it really positive in my workouts. However, I'm a little bit frustrated by this message. Number one, because I guess it's taking up space in my head right now, because I hate feeling like I've let someone down or people down. But not only that, the reason why I have kind of taken up my weight loss diet again is that I went to the doctor. My blood work is not great. There are things that I can do through eating to combat that, to change like my cholesterol levels, to help with my blood pressure. And I don't think that is toxic diet culture. That is science, that's me trying to reclaim my health. And again, I am not on a diet. I am not doing keto. I'm not doing Atkins. I'm not restricting any of the food groups. I'm not counting calories either. I'm not even restricting the food that I eat. I have eaten everything I've wanted. However, what I have done is try to eat in moderation. I have tried to make sure that it is a balanced diet. And I believe this is kind of part of the intuitive eating idea, or even body positivity and health at every size. At its core is loving your body, treating it well, nourishing it well, giving it nutrition, adequate nutrition, proper nutrition. Body positivity is not all about stuffing your face with whatever you want. So in some ways, I feel like I am being body positive. I've definitely tried to shift the perception, the way I think about my body. And I actually do hesitate to use the word body positivity. As I've spoken about before in another video, I don't like to use that word because I feel like the body positivity movement, whilst I do agree with it, and I do fit into it. I am a fat person, but it was made for and by, it was founded by fat black women. And I don't know, it makes me feel uncomfortable taking up space in the body positivity movement. I do not believe that body positivity, the term, that body positivity is for everybody. I've said this before, and it really does irk me that some people still don't get that, okay? Yes, everybody has flaws, everybody has insecurities, thin people do, thin people get skinny shamed as well, yes, wah, wah, wah. I get that, but the body positivity movement in particular was made for and is for and by marginalized fat bodies. Okay, you cannot be a slim person and be body positive. So I mean, that's the end of that, to be honest. I do have a strong stance on that, but how I personally feel about body positivity and where I stand in body positivity, yeah, that's why I don't use that term. I don't like to describe myself as body positive. I would use the word, advocating for self-love, self-acceptance, or body confidence, and that's how I feel about it. In just exposing more of my body, wearing bikinis, wearing shorts, and I realize body positivity is not just about getting undressed and showing off your body. I know that. And I feel like in this video I'm using the word body positivity, but the reason I'm using the word body positivity is because the person who messaged me used the term body positivity and they felt like my content wasn't body positive. But again, I have never used that term for myself. I am very careful about that. I don't use the hashtags body positivity because I know full well that, I have always said I want to lose weight. So I know that body positivity is not my thing. That is not my group. That is not my place to be there, to be using that word. So that's why I'm using the word in the video, because she was talking about body positivity, and that's me explaining how I have viewed myself in a body positive light, but that is not actually the way that I would describe myself or my content. Having the courage and being able to do those things that I had never done before in my life, that is me accepting and loving my body as it is now. But that is not to say that I can't strive towards a goal. I don't want to accept myself and say, okay, hey, I'm done, I'm just cool staying like this. As humans, we're constantly evolving and changing. Why we should be continually seeking to better ourselves. And I'm not talking about making ourselves smaller. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about mental development, emotional development, physical development as well. Just trying to get our bodies in sort of the healthiest way we can be for ourselves. I feel like that is a positive thing. I've spent many years not doing that, so I don't want to come off as hypocritical sat here in my unhealthy body with all my issues, but I don't think trying to better oneself is negative. So it's just it's disappointing, and I know I feel like I get way too hung up on how people feel about me, and I have let that kind of dictate a lot of the time things I have said or haven't said on my channel. I've always tried not to be inflammatory, I guess, is that the word? Or divisive. You know, I don't want to cause sort of friction, and I want to be as welcoming to as many people as possible. And don't get me wrong, I know diet culture is absolutely I have lived it my whole life. I have been exposed to that bull, you know, constantly, as is nearly everybody in society. Yes, I'm struggling even with my own fat phobia. And I realize there is, you know, systemic issues relating to, you know, the way fat people are treated, and even on the scale of how fat you are, it affects how we are treated. So I don't agree with any of that. However, in trying to achieve my goals, pursuing my fitness, you know, improving my fitness, my body will change. And honestly, if I'm eating a healthy, balanced diet and not overeating, there is such a thing as eating too many calories for your body. It's a fact. That's the way people put on weight. So if I'm doing that, or if I'm not doing that, then my body will change and probably get smaller. I do not have a weight loss goal. I do not have a target weight that I am going for. I feel like, although I say this is primarily for my health, and it is, don't get me wrong, I would also like to lose weight. I do not relish the thought of living in this body for the rest of my life. I'm finding it increasingly difficult getting out of breath, walking up and down stairs. I don't want to chase after my kids. Heck, I hate sitting down on the floor because it's so uncomfortable because of my stomach. And to me, that is not living life. That is not, you know, living a joyful existence. So it's not just about the aesthetic. Sure, aesthetics plays a part in it. Of course it does. But then again, you know, why does anyone dress up or do their makeup anyway? It's because people want to improve the way they look. And I'm not saying that being slim is for everybody, makes them look better, but I know definitely for me, I prefer the way I look when I'm slim. That might just be because that's been so drummed into us through society. It probably is, to be honest, fat phobia. But it's physically, I don't feel good. I have sleep apnea. It's horrible. I can't breathe because I feel like my fat on my neck is like suffocating me. That, you know, that's the truth of it. Not being able to fit into clothes or shoes because my body is too big. It feels uncomfortable wearing jeans. It feels uncomfortable doing things, having a body this size. My goal is my health, and that is my priority, and that is why I'm drinking water, I'm eating a balanced diet. And here's the annoying thing, I don't even cut anything out of my diet. I am not restricting so severely. I still eat all of the food groups. I also try to be very careful about talking about good or bad foods. In my head even, you know, I try not to say that, and I'm still learning, I'm still unlearning all these things because I don't want to assign a moral value to food, whether, you know, this is good, this is bad. However, I do recognize that certain foods do tend to make me feel lethargic, they do tend to make me feel bloated, and these are not good feelings. Not to mention, you know, the nutritional value that there is in different foods, so not only my physical feeling of eating those foods, but the nutritional value that different foods have. Sure, if I want pancakes or a donut, which I did have last week, I will have them. You know, I'm not gonna not eat any of these things ever again. That is not what I'm trying to do. But you do have to recognize that our body has different needs. You know, we need protein, we need carbs, we need fats, we need vitamins, we need minerals. Did I leave something out? Possibly. But our body needs all of these to function at its best. And, you know, for everybody, that is going to be a different level. We all have differing levels of health or optimal health. But I can try to do what I know to be the best for me at this time. So it's very frustrating to have someone kind of say they're worried, or that my content is a bit too diet culture-y. Everything I have done so far, I mean, okay, fine. Yes, I know, weighing myself weekly is very massively, highly diet culture, and posting it on the internet, yes, I'll accept that. I really did think long and hard about doing this, and focusing on my weight loss. I realized that is a that itself is highly diet culture-y, and toxic diet culture, doing the weigh-ins and actively measuring my success in terms of weight loss. But really, the weight loss for me is also, it's a byproduct of changing my life and incorporating healthier habits. I also know the 67-day challenge is also kind of problematic. It can also lead to behaviors, but again, the only things I've done with the 67-day challenge is just incorporating the same things that I'm doing already anyway. It's healthy lifestyle changes. I don't think drinking water is a bad thing, okay? I don't think making sure you have an adequate variety of different foods throughout the week and balance it out is a bad thing. I don't think striving to get exercise in daily is a bad thing. In fact, I think people in Body Positivity crew would agree that we should be exercising our bodies. Body Positivity and Haze. So Health at Every Size, they also talk about that, and that's a large part of Haze. So it's not that you can be healthy at every size, but it is to try to reach your best health, or be optimizing health at your size. So whatever that means for you, I already mentioned, I already said about different people are going to have varying degrees of health, and health kind of, it's a scale. We should be making our bodies feel good. I've already said I haven't done like a proper workout for a pretty long time, like over a month now, maybe 2 months. I haven't worked out like that for a while. I had my foot injury, my ankle injury, and so I just haven't done it. And I can feel my body. It feels stiff. It doesn't feel good. I'm starting to hobble when I get out of bed again. So I know that I need to do exercise. I don't know. I just feel a little bit frustrated about that. But you know what? I don't have anything to say to this person. In some ways, it's like, you don't need to message me why you're unsubscribing for me. To be honest, I can kind of guess that a lot of people might unsubscribe or unfollow me because of this. This also happened last year, and I do still get comments about it as well on my I Quit video that I did about 6, 7, probably 8 months ago now, I don't know, where I talked about I was learning more about body positivity, I was learning more about health at every size, and just wanting to work on my mental health. I had so many comments from people telling me, not to give up, don't resign yourself to being fat forever, and please don't get trapped in that mindset of thinking it's okay to be fat. But you know what? This is my journey, and whatever anyone else does, it's okay, as long as you are making that choice for yourself. If you want to be fat or stay fat, that honestly is okay. I don't think anybody should be treated differently or be discriminated against because of their size. Everybody should have access to healthcare, same salary, etc., all those things that affect people in marginalized bodies. And yeah, a lot of those comments kind of pissed me off too, because I was like, I'm going through something here, and I am growing as a person, and I think taking both sides into account has been so important for me, because I am kind of, I honestly still am feeling like I'm on that sort of center line of loving and accepting my body. And yeah, if I stay a bit fat, that's okay. The most important thing for me is to get my health sorted right now. And yes, I know a lot of people be like, you can't be healthy if you're fat. But I think you can. I don't know 100% to what degree of fatness. I do honestly think there is a tipping point where it becomes not healthy, but I'm not a doctor and it's not for me to make that assessment or to judge, or I don't think I have the education on that topic to be able to completely say with 100% certainty, at this weight, this person is unhealthy, at this weight, they aren't. We know BMI is a racist, outdated measuring tool, so, you know, it was used just for basically white men, so I don't think that's a good tool to use. So I think, you know, how you feel in your own body, you know, can you walk up and down stairs without getting out of breath? How does it feel when you sit on the floor? Are you able to sort of move your body? And I know, again, some of this could come across as a bit ableist because not everybody has that degree, but I'm talking about for your body. I know that my body is capable of doing those things. It's capable of being more flexible. I'm capable of going up and down stairs without being out of breath, but at the moment, my weight is preventing me from doing that, and the impact on my knees, on my joints, is much greater because of my weight. How's your blood work? Your blood work matters as well. You know, that as well is the assessment of health. So those are the things that I'm going for, not so much on your actual weight. On the other hand, I guess I do appreciate the fact that the person took the time to tell me that they had enjoyed my workouts. I just hate the bit at the end when it's like, if you ever decide to get into intuitive eating, or, you know, a more, hold on, what did it say? Just let me know. Hold on. Your current content of weight loss and restriction is too diet culture for me. I'm worried you're setting yourself up for more binge restrict cycles. I guess let me know if you decide to try the intuitive eating approach, because I'd love to support you on that journey. I mean, what can I say? I haven't actually binged for the last goodness knows how long. I've quit drinking. These all seem to be pretty positive changes for me. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of rant that out a little bit. And it's not, you know, I think intuitive eating is great, and I'm wanting to read more about intuitive eating and stuff, but I also am just I'm just one person. I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got at the moment and what, you know, emotionally I can deal with. And, you know, anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. I just don't feel good when I get messages like that. It makes me feel kind of sad that someone feels like that about me. And I know it wasn't even a horrible message. I am way too sensitive. It's not just that I feel like someone feels a certain way about me, but it's more the fact that I want my content to help people and inspire people, and I don't want to hear people feeling like, you know, I'm not doing that for them. So this person says they're worried about me, you know, going into a binge restriction situation again. And to be honest, I have never really heavily restricted as it is anyway, honestly. I've kind of tried to moderate before and then just binged. But in general, I haven't been a heavy restrictor. So I feel like sometimes, you know, people, maybe they feel like they know me. And I know I share a lot of myself on here, but it's not the whole story of what's going on inside. And I think that's sometimes why I find these comments just kind of annoying, because I feel like I need to explain myself. Usually I just don't bother replying to people because I can't explain. I don't have to explain myself to anyone, and I don't need to explain myself to someone. I'm doing what I think is best for me and my body, and I'm feeling really, really good. I'm feeling the best I've actually felt in a long time, and a huge part of that for me has been giving up the booze, which has now enabled me to, you know, stop binging. And I've never really restricted. I haven't. I've always just eaten what I wanted and then binged on top of that, to be honest, and drank a lot. So yeah, I don't know. You don't know. You don't know who people are, honestly. And I know all of these comments, and I get so many messages from well-meaning people. Even, I get comments constantly about try this, read this book, do this. And I know so many of them are well-meaning. So many. Or, like 99% of them are well-meaning. 99.9. I think all of them are really well-meaning comments to me. But and it might have worked for you, but that's the point. It worked for you, and everybody is on their own journey and is doing their own thing and doing what's right for them. Anyway, thank you all so much for supporting me, and I will speak to you soon.